That's a really out there look again, you know, but fun in the same time, because you know, no liners or anything, just eyeshadow and used wet and dry. And this of course makes everything a little bit more like a pop of color, even if you have, you know, because the minute I open my eyes you can hardly see anything really. So yeah. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and hope you're using all your colors and enjoying them. Okay, so I already have sunscreen and La Roche-Posay. Under that, La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm. Now, as you can probably tell, my hair is still damp and away from my face, so I can just do my makeup. Now, a little bit of a lid primer, since it's getting really hot here now. So I'm taking this Dior one today. Comes in a pot like that. And just a synthetic brush like this. Needless to say, I had to put the air conditioner on already. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. Not... whatever. Anyways, I'm so... What am I? Hot. Duh. Yeah, I'm very hot. So this is Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. I just put some from the tube inside this kind of a little pot. And now there's a freaking fly in here. Great. Now I have to kill that one. Okay, so I decided to take this Shiseido cream eyeshadow base in brown. Like that. And just a synthetic brush. And I'm using it just as a base, you know. Of course you can use it as a usual, you know, eyeshadow. But I will use it just as a base. So once I've done this kind of a shape, I'm taking just a straight on, I'm taking a blending brush. And if it already had time to dry a bit, I'm just grabbing a little bit more, adding it just on the edges, so I have something to blend out with. So otherwise you're not gonna get rid of that sharp thing going, sharp edge over there. And I'm pulling it kind of down toward the lashes a bit. And I don't know if I want to take, I don't think I will take under eyes anything today. I will just leave it like a little bit lighter, maybe under eye, because this is going to be a nice, hopefully a nice smoky eye. It's going to be a smoky eye. Yeah. Some kind of, maybe a colorful smoky eye, why not? You know, I will just add some color on top of this and get something else, not just the usual. And if it's too far out again, I will just clean, just the usual thing. I chose this YSL Wet and Dry palette. It's facets, but it's, you know, just really shimmery or sheeny kind of metallic colors like that. And I don't know which one to choose, but I think I will choose the green one. And to start, you know, I will start patting it on here in the outer. And then it becomes like a blackened green, really. And now, of course, it's possible to use this wet over this as well. Especially if you put it once like this and then you put it on wetted kind of after. Then it becomes really nice. But that's a pretty green like that. Okay, so that's now the green, kind of metallic green like that in the outer corners. And I will just turn the brush around and I have to choose another one, of course. I think I will probably go with the blue one. Why not the blue one, huh? Yeah. This one would be very nice too, of course, but yeah, this one would be very pretty too. Maybe I will just take this one. I will take this one and put it on right here. The rest, you know, of the lid. This one is less, you can't see it so well, you know, it's kind of a color that blends into the brown, pretty much. So maybe it was a good choice, huh? Not to have two really strong colors like that. I actually think I want to use them, you know, wet as well. On top of this, I will make it, you know, is that what you call foiled? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it wet on top, so, you know, whatever you want to call it. Now the green one that I have on the other side, I will just blend them together. But before I go further and maybe foil them or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called really, to make you not use them wet on top of it one more time, but use them wet, I will first go and do something in the crease that's matte. I decided to take this grey and this green in the crease. The green is a little bit with shimmer, but I don't think it's too noticeable. I hope not. So yeah, I will just try and use those with another fluffy brush, I suppose. It's better. First the grey, then a little bit of the green, and then again some grey. Just that it won't be too green, because I want it here, you know, around them. So here, of course, I had a little bit of the cream eyeshadow, so it gets a little bit stronger over there. And if I want a little bit more of the green, maybe, I will just take some more of the green. It is kind of making it forest green. Is it too much? Whatever. Why worry about color, you know? That's a silly thing to worry about, isn't it? I think so. So I'm not gonna worry about color. I'm just gonna slap it on. Okay, so to make it a little bit less green up here, I'm taking this MAC powder. Kind of my usual go-to powder for the brows, actually. More or less. I mean, or another compact powder. That's almost what I use, you know, day to day. So I did decide to use them wet. I already added this purple one here, and it becomes, you know, quite intense like that. I'm straightly taking from the other, you know, and putting it on the other side, so I can just put the brush the other way around after I use the green one. And I'm straightly trying to go around it so it won't dry with a sharp line, because then those are really hard to blend. And now we just do the same thing. And I'm using this mineral eyeshadow sealant just on the back of my hand to wet the brush. And then I'm, you know, putting it inside one of the corners of the eyeshadow like that. Usually the inner corner I'm using, just to have one place that becomes, you know, used wet. Because that's what everybody's doing, so I thought I will do that too. Well, okay, well, it seems kind of logic to have not all over, you know, to make it wet all over, if you get a film on it or something, but those are made to be used wet and dry, so again, I'm trying straightly to go over, just to blend the tiniest bit together. Oh, you can see the sunscreen inside my wrinkles here. Well, that's exciting. Since I really like this light neon kind of pink here from this Pupa palette, I'm taking it now again for the inner corner. And I don't think I will use any of the, maybe a tap of the golden yellow, just for here. A little bit inside here, like on top of the, inside a little bit too, just to lighten it slightly. I'm again using this Garnier Micellar Water for cleaning, and oh, I have a lot of energy today. A lot of coffee. Nah. So cleaning up all this extra, also in the inner corner it became a bit dark, you know, here. I don't need all this green. So I decided to take this concealer, and I'm just using the same brush I used for the primer to begin with. Okay, so I'm using this Smashbox Artificial Lights, just the tiniest bit of it, because yeah, it has a tendency to come, you know, a lot in one time from this one. I suppose that's just the way it's made. It's really annoying, but you know, you try to do a small pump and you get all that out. So I'm actually taking some of it straightly off my hand, leaving just the smallest blob like that. And then I'm taking this Bourjois 123 foundation in number 51, and I shook it up already. Okay, so on the brows again, I'm using this one of the Maybelline gel brow drama. And just, you know, it's really handy to have, like when you have white hair, even if I do tint them once in a while, especially in the summer, but it doesn't last very long anyway. So this is really handy to have around. You kind of go the opposite way to color the, if there's a white hair here, I have one, but I already covered it. So you just do like this, you cover it, and then you just continue as usual. So it's really handy to have. Okay, so now it's just something on the lips. Let's see what I put here. Kind of rosy color. Rosy color. I'm gonna do a rosy color. I will try this one. This is from Bourjois. Color like that. And it is called Chaude. Yeah, it's pretty rosy and nice. So rosy pink. Why not just try something really colorful? I'm trying this Bourjois in 35. It's a 12-hour stay, you know, 12-hour edition. I really like those lipsticks. And this one is a really pretty, also a pretty rosy pink like that, I would say. So, kind of the same color. I'm dabbing it on. Let's say to make it a bit more moisturizing, I'm using this Sorbet from Revlon, the lip butter, like that. It's also kind of the same color, so I thought why not, you know, just make it a little bit more moisturizing. Because I find now, with the air conditioner, those lipsticks are a bit drier than they used to be. So, yeah. Just in the middle. Okay, I think I have just far too much product here. So I will take a blotting paper and, you know, hopefully it won't take all the makeup away, the foundation color. Sometimes it tends to do that on my skin, so. One time here. Well, it does take out some, that's for sure. It got a bit redder, you know. But better than the too much powder look. Too much, I mean, foundation look. Actually, it was concealer, and it got a bit too much, so yeah. So that feels a bit better. Okay, I just used the tiniest bit of this MAC mineralized skin finish in natural and the damp sponge. So I did it just like that. Just here, and a tiny bit down here. In the end, everything was gathering under the eye, and I hope it's good now. I sprayed everything with this Ofra makeup fixer because yeah, since I didn't set anything really, it's, you know, it's starting just to go into the lines. That's usually how it works. So, but this one is really like nice to also have with you when you go somewhere. It's really good to have with you, and also, you know, when you finish your makeup, especially in the summer, it's so refreshing, and it just seems to make it better because today the foundation became kind of crap again because I, again, tried something different. Just for the fun of it, you know. So anyways, hope you have a really good week and enjoying your colors and these spring colors. And hope to see you next time.